think there was a lot to learn from him, not only from the football side of things, but just his mentality, the way he trains, the way he prepares for the games. They're the main things that I took, because it's difficult. We've got different playing styles, so to take a lot from his actual game is difficult. So I had to look outside of just football itself and try and take things from his personality and what makes him great.
Okay, Jim.
Hi, Marcus. Jose has said that this season coming over your third effectively in the first team will be a lot better, let's say, than last season. So what for you is a lot better? What do you hope and expect to do?
I think the performances last year, I mean the stats are what brings it down last year, so they're the things that you want to try and bring up, but they're not the things I was concentrating on solely on last season. So I think season by season I have different aims and different responsibilities in the team, and I think this year hopefully you take more responsibility on, and that's the aim this year.
The manager said he doesn't see you playing in the number 10 role next season. How much are you looking forward to playing with Romelu Lukaku, and how often did you play with a strike partner in the academy?
Well, I've only been playing up front for maybe 2 years, so we've usually played as one striker up front in the academy, so it's different for me. But having two up front, it's definitely beneficial. So I think once you get used to it and you start to build relationships and connections, and it's a positive formation to play.
How far do you think you've come out physically and as a footballer in the past 16, 17 months?
I think if you don't look at it as just football, like maturity plays a massive part in how you develop on the pitch, and I think that's been one of the main things for me. I've obviously matured a lot off the pitch, and it does change your game on the pitch, and I think that's the biggest thing, biggest difference.
Okay, Paul.
Matt, there's a lot of talk about you in the under-21s this summer that you didn't go. How much do you benefit from having a full summer off, and what do you do to kind of recharge batteries?
I think just it's important to relax, and it's at my age I'm still developing, I'm still growing, and obviously last year we played a lot of games. I think almost 60 games last season, so you need time to kind of shut down and let your muscles and your body regroup, and it's definitely needed, because now when I've come back I feel fresher than what I did towards the end of last season, so I think it was needed.
Did you go away anywhere at home?
Yeah, obviously I went on holidays, and just getting away from the environment that I'm always in, and just relaxing the brain as well as the body.
A strike partnership seems to be a thing of the past in football. Would you like it to come back? Would you like to play directly up front with Romelu rather than on that wide position there?
I think different games requires different tactics, and it just gives the manager one extra thing that he can use. And I think it's not only me and Romelu as well. We can play with Anthony and Romelu. We've got a few different options that we can play, and this just it widens our chances of glory next season. So.
Okay, Sam.
Marcus, how much have you changed in the last 18 months from being just a lad in the academy to someone who's now an England international? Do you think about the game a lot more? How much have you changed?
I think, like I said before, it's maturity. I think it's you don't change anything. You just naturally mature as a person, and it changes what you do on the pitch. And I think that's been the main difference.
Are you aware of there's great consequences to the things that you do on and off the pitch?
Well, growing up at United, you're always aware of that from a very young age. So it's something that when you get into the first team, it doesn't change. So. For me, I've just been doing the same things as what I always do on and off the pitch, so nothing's changed in that aspect.
James?
United have lost two huge characters up front in Wayne Rooney and Zlatan. There's two people who maybe would pull them through games when things weren't going right. How will things change for you and the other strikers? It's not a very young strike force, isn't it, without those sort of figureheads there?
Yeah, I agree with what you say. I think it's obviously going to be different, but there was a time when they wasn't the people that they were, so I think we have to develop and change the way we are as well to become what they were.
Did Wayne give you advice on how to cope with playing at football at such a young age? Of course he had the same sort of thing.
To be honest, he just let me kind of get on with it. I think if something was going a bit out of line, then he definitely would have stepped in, knowing him as a person. But I don't think he needed to. But yeah, he was always there to give me advice if I needed some, and I think that's, it's losing that type of character is difficult, but it's football, and we have to move on.
Okay, David.
How much learning curve was last season? Previously, towards the back end, scored lots of goals. You went sort of 3 months without scoring last season, even though you played a lot of games. How much of a learning curve was that for you? How much have you learned from that experience?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's different experiences. So I'm experiencing things last season that I hadn't experienced in the season before, and it puts you in good stead for the future and obviously for next season. So I think it does have a bit of it impacts you quite a lot, but how you recover from that and how you come out of that is what I was looking at. It's not the be all and end all for me if I'm not scoring goals last season, but this season I've put more pressure on myself to do so and put more responsibility on myself.
Okay, James.
Just sort of following on from that, Marcus, what you said about Rooney, you're still obviously only very young, but do you feel there's actually a lot more pressure on your shoulders because of the position you play in, because of who's left? There's no hiding place at all for you when some younger players might be able to sort of dip in and out?
No, I don't see it. There's always pressure playing at United, so I don't think, in terms of pressure, I don't think it changes, but you put it on yourself more. I think year on year that will only increase and go up, so the responsibility that I put on myself is a thing that's changed. I think the fans always expect the best from me, so the pressure doesn't change.
Okay, the last two, it's Gary and the gentleman at the back, sorry.
Marcus, hi. I know you spoke earlier about the advice and the influence of Zlatan place. And I know Romelu's a lot younger, but he seems to have been around a long time and lots of experience. You spoke about your relationship with him on the pitch. What's your relationship with him off the pitch? Is he a player you look to at the time?
Yeah, I think it's, he's gone through a phase in his career now, and he's coming up to his prime years, and he's been scoring a lot of goals for the last 3 or 4 years. So I think he's in a good place in his career, and he's probably come here at the right time. So I think what I can learn from him and what we can learn off each other is when we play together, it's getting the relationship off the pitch and bringing it onto the pitch. So we're still getting to know each other off the pitch, and that's what a team is. We have to get to know each other on and off the pitch.
Okay.
Marcus, if you could just talk about playing this match against your rivals for the first time outside of Manchester, and especially playing it here in Houston.
Yeah, it's a different feeling playing the derby in a different place. We're so used to it being in Manchester, and you're seeing familiar faces all the time. But at the same time, I think it's good to kind of bring it elsewhere and let the fans see a different game, something that they're not used to. I know it's branded as a friendly, but I think when two teams play together, they both want to win. So naturally, it's never a friendly for the people that are on the pitch. So it's a game that the players are definitely looking forward to, and I know the fans will be looking forward to it as well.
Okay, that's great. Thank you very much.
Thank you.